Okay. How is it going? Looks like we have a few friends here. How's it going? It's a late night. I was hoping to get on maybe an hour ago, a little earlier, but here it is. Here we are. Can you hear any like background music? It's supposed to be some like Middle Earth inspired music, but this sounds like pretty like advanced stuff. I can hear it on my end. I'm just not sure if you guys can hear it. Let me know if you're there in chat and if you can hear the music. Cause let's see, I do this. This might for sure make it work. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to restart it if I want to do that. That's funky. There it is. Maybe. You can hear the music though. I'll try this one. Actual Middle Earth music. Oh, no, I don't want that. I was like, I recognize that sound. There you go. Sounds alright. Okay. Well, I have actually a bundle as well. Because here's the thing. These, sometimes when these collector boxes get too expensive, I don't want to open them all. But, so here's the plan for tonight. Number one, I have one king that is in our king Patreon tier, which thanks again, shout out to John for being a king. That means that he gets a collector booster from each one of the openings that I do each month, and his is the fourth one back on the left side. And every 3 months, I'll ship it off to him with a playmat. So pretty cool. So obviously, John gets his, and there's 11 more, or there's 10 more spots available if anyone else in the future wants to maybe support me and be a king. But thanks just for being here now, and for those watching in the future. But yeah, and then so he'll get that pack, and if I open a $20,000 Smaug, I am going to give it to him. I had to really ask myself, I'm like, if I open something super fancy, am I gonna try and keep it? No, I'm not gonna try and keep it. It's just gonna be a win for that person. But once I open that pack, I think I'm gonna open packs until either I get. Well, we'll just see how we go. We'll we'll just play it by ear at that point. But one thing I do want to do is, as like a bonus, if I ever pull, and it's for me, if I personally pull the like the fancy card, the most expensive card in a collector booster box, then I'm going to give away the remaining box to those that are in chat. And we'll just do it randomly. But that way, if I ever win, what that means is like it has to be the most expensive card. So it's unlikely, right? But if I win like that, I want to pass on some of the good vibes to everybody else. So if I open a gold Smaug, $20,000 Smaug, then the rest of the box goes to everybody in chat. That's the same if there's like a serialized card that's like the most expensive one, etc. So unlikely that ever happens, but if it ever does, and you're here, just a nice little bonus. That way we all win together. But yeah, so, and then I have this bundle too. I don't, as you know, those of you who probably here know that I'm super into foils. There's not a lot of foils in here, but I do think I want the dice. And I think they have one. Well, we'll probably open the box, but I might not open all the packs. We'll see. So, with that, I think I'm just going to jump in. Some of the other videos I've taken a second before I get into it, but I think I'm just going to get into the video. So, oh, sorry, I missed some of the comments. Good luck, yo. What's up, Tap? What's up, MTG Hillbilly? What's up, Tendo? Matthias? Insane Goon? How's it going, everybody? All right, here we go. I think it's at like, someone correct me if I'm under, but I think it's at like $800-900 for these boxes now. So, I got it for like 7-ish, I think, 6-ish. I think 7, low 700 with after tax. But that's with both actually. So I get a little bit of a discount from the Game Grid, the local game store. So yeah. Dude, Insane Good, thanks for saying that. The bundle has some seasonal full art planes. Okay, I'll open it for that at least, Matthias. Tap ripped an Avatar box last night and ripped a Badger Mole Cub first pack, and then last 2 packs each had a copy. That's funny. I still think it's going to be worth some good money because of Commander. I mean, I wanted a Vivi, the red blue Vivi, for a long time, and once it got banned, I was like, oh, I can finally get one for Commander. But it still stayed expensive. So Badger Moles, they might go down some, but I don't think they'll go down a ton. So, but yeah, awesome. Still $50. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. I feel like this is. Oh, they got a little bit nicer plastic there on the ripper. Move this one here for now. Okay. Oh, there's a box topper in this, right? Yeah, there's a box topper. Should we do the box topper first or last? Tell me in chat. What do you think? First or last? Okay, so we always have to do this first. 1, 2, 3. Number 4. This one is for John, one of our kings. And we'll do that one first. And then after that, tell me if we want the box topper or the regular packs. So, good luck, John. This is your pack. I'll be very conflicted. I'll be honest. If I pull making sure not to hurt the cards. If they pull a Smog for somebody else, that would be pretty wild. I mean, it would be awesome. And it'll be amazing content, so in the future, at least if people are watching this after we pulled it, then please subscribe or something. But here we go. All right. I do want to zoom in a little bit, actually. Okay. Maybe that's a tiny bit too much. All right. Some of the comments here. This is my first pack of anything The Hobbit. I haven't opened any Hobbit yet, so might look at a little bit of these things. We did do our game, so go watch our Hobbit game if you haven't already. But okay, we got our first cool card: Thorin Oakenshield, uncommon foil, full art. A Glowing the Mighty. Ooh, this is a Surge foil, uncommon. And alternate art as well. Have a foil full art Forest. Along the Crooked Path is the first rare. When this enchantment enters, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever creature card leaves your graveyard, a Masked Goblins one. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Someone said it's a little blurry in the chat. Are you saying I might need to plug? Alright, give me 1 second. I'm going to plug in my internet. Right now I'm on Wi-Fi. So I'll be RB. Alright, hopefully that helps the internet a little bit. Yep, we have YouTube and Twitch here. I do have both chats up this time. Alright. Let me know if that improved at all. It doesn't seem like it did from my perspective. But, let me know. Definitely clearer? Okay. Cool. Good to hear it. Alright. Cantankerous Keepers. Affinity for Elves. When this creature enters, mill 4 cards, then put all elf cards from them into your hand. I definitely have a place for this in my elf deck. Oh, it's not mine. JK, don't have a place for that in my elf deck. Necklace of Giron, an art card. The Lonely Mountain, an art card. Oh ho ho! Oh. Still a hit, though. Isn't this a pretty good hit? Surge foil? This is like a $100 card. Right? Somebody? Anybody? The Lord of the Eagles. Lord of the Eagles Surge foil. I swear this is a good card. Tap, I was completely nervous. Completely nervous. But I'm still happy you got something awesome. So, let's see here. This might be the best card in the pack, honestly, in the box, honestly. I've seen a few other people pulling stuff, so let me see here. Let me just pull this up. Just TCG player. The Lord of the Eagles. There's no way it's $7. Oh, I need to probably do search foil. The Lord of the Eagles Surge Foil. Okay. What? It's only that much? Wow. Wow, it's dropped is why. It was $100 when it started. Now it's down to 40. Dang. Okay. Which is probably my prices of what I think might be super off, because I saw someone like open a box a few days ago, maybe like a week ago. But still not bad. $30, $35. And I'm sure some of the rest of these are worth something. I just have no idea. 2 search foils in 1 pack, though. I think that's pretty awesome. Oh, my camera's frozen? Oh, thank you for letting me know. Let me... Give me 1 second here. Alright, back in the saddle. Okay, well, John, thanks for putting me in a position where I'm going to sleeve this, because it's over $10, and I'm going to make sure that it doesn't get hurt, but just want to doubly make sure that this gets to where it needs to be. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is one of the cards I actually really need. That's going to be pretty funny. John is a friend and local, and so maybe he'll trade me. I know I need 2 of the cards that I pulled for him over the last few months, but obviously if he doesn't want to, that's fine. But I might maybe he'll trade me for something else. Alright, don't want to hurt it. I am just gonna set it like this. And actually still have this same box that I've just been using for all of his packs so far. Alright, well, the rest of these are maybe for me. So did you guys decide? I lost your comments if you posted them, but what do you think? Box Copper first or last? Need to improve the pack opening method. What do you mean, Three Kings? Some packs are just harder to open than others based on how they're made. Blue Galta? Yeah, that's true. Okay, we're doing it last. Sorry, Three Kings. You've been outvoted. Alright. Here we go. For my first pack. Smaugs Fury. I do sort of... I need to move my... Just move myself so that I'm in the shot better. There we go. Okay. Rage into the Valley. And I like some of the art cards. They're actually pretty cool looking. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I like this border. I think it's cool. Actually, it reminds me of the dragon one from the last Tarkir set. A 2/2 double strike for 2. Or 1/1. Sorry, 2 mana for a 1/1 double strike is not bad, especially when it makes you something. It's actually a pretty good card. Is that 2 of them in a row? It is. That's wild. The art sort of looks similar. Huh. Thumb and pointer at the top edge of cards. What? Oh, you mean opening the pack? I thought you meant for going through the cards. Yeah, this is definitely not a pack opening channel, and I never will be. Or like that's the focus, because honestly, I think it's, I don't know, I won't say any more than that, but this creature can't attack unless you control 2 or more other wolves. Black and green. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't put it in my werewolf deck. This would have been perfect, but Chief's Ward Company. I do love cards that make tokens over and over again, though. I'll try and take your advice for opening the pack, though, there, King. But I mean, I don't want to hurt the cards, so if there's a better way, I'll give it a shot. You got a Bilbo. I do want a foil one of these. Thief in the Night. And boo. What a bummer. First pack. If these were switched... Well, if this was foil, it's all good. I'm not looking for value. Actually... It's hard. It's hard when you're opening packs. Collector pack boosters. The more expensive the box is, the more I do want to hit some like expensive things. But I always have to tell myself I'm opening this for fun and for the enjoyment of it, because if I was trying to make money, I should just be putting it in stocks in the market, which is still a gamble, but a more reliable gamble. But that's not why we're opening packs. We're opening them for fun. So here we go. All right. Okay. Well, no, I'm cool with taking your advice. I'm gonna scroll up and see. Thumb and pointer finger, top edge of the cards. Use the other hand to pull back the flap from the edge. Press thumb and pointer finger gently to prevent whole pack from shifting. Leverage should loosen top edge. I mean, I could just do like this. I don't know. Top edge glue along back seam. I don't fully follow. I'm sorry. My reading comprehension is waning a little bit tonight. I am tempted to get like some scissors, because I do hate potentially hurting the packs. I don't care about the packs as long as yeah, okay, that one was pretty good actually. As long as I don't bend the cards, that's all I care about. See both sides of the token? Sure. The dragon and the wall are difficult to hit. I got human and the dwarf. Tidings of war. I always like looking at the lands. One's going to be pretty never used. Some lands, like some common lands, can be used for pauper. This one literally only targets dwarfs, and it's a common and it's a tap land. That'll like never be used. Ooh, I do love free sack outlets. So almost regardless of what's happening. Oh, only during your turn. That's actually pretty funky. Sacrifice another creature artifact. Doesn't cost anything. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Only once each turn is actually still pretty bad, but still, anytime it's a free sack outlet or sack outlet, this is a pretty interesting card. I guess I would play it in a casual goblin deck, and in limited it would be great, I think, but. New land has Hobbit cycling. Yeah, might be relevant. Dreaded Bat Cloud. It seems like it might be, the bitrate might be sort of lagging, which is wild because I have like really pretty great internet. Let me do a test real quick. Speed. Yeah, I'm getting 900 megabits per second download. And my upload is 800 megabits per second for the internet. But the bitrate does not show very good from what I'm seeing, but is it good or yeah, it's buffering. Yeah, I have no idea why it's buffering because my speed is showing pretty good and I'm plugged in. It's not Wi-Fi. Although, let me make sure that the Wi-Fi is, or that it's not the Wi-Fi, I'm the regular. I wonder if I disconnect. Am I still here? Still here? Okay. So I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. Let me know if it changes. I'm for sure just on the hard line because I disconnected from Wi-Fi. But anyways, all right. Dreaded Bat Cloud. Got a Plains. All right, we got a Bjorn. Foily Bjorn. This is who I played in our Hobbit game. And it was fun. It was a good deck. I love playing the Bears. The Eagles are coming. The Eagles are coming. Why is this in the Hobbit? This is not. I mean, I guess they could say the Eagles are coming in the Hobbit, but pretty sure that this event happened in Lord of the Rings, right? I haven't actually read this card. Choose target creature you own. If this spell was kicked, instead choose any number of target creatures you own. Return each chosen creature to your hand. At the beginning of the next upkeep, create a 4/4 white bird soldier creature token with flying for each creature returned to your hand this way. Dang. I have a bunch of decks for this. I have a bird deck that this would kill in. I have a blink deck that it would do pretty good in. I have a token deck. This would probably is where it's going to go. Where it would do killer in. Because I have tons of token doublers in that deck. The Eagles do come and save them from the wharfs after escaping the underground goblins. I don't remember that. So Bilbo escapes the goblins and like squeezes through the door, and then he meets up with the dwarves. You mean later when he gets to Bardtown or wherever? I forget when that happens, but don't the Eagles save Bilbo and the dwarves, and they fight in the final battle? Yeah, I can't remember that. Although I haven't finished my rereading, or not rereading. I've been listening to The Hobbit by Andy Serkis, and I haven't read The Hobbit in 20 years. So, but yeah, I bet you I'm wrong, right? Like they're not going to include something that's not in The Hobbit, but I just couldn't recall when the Eagles. Yeah, I didn't realize they happened twice. Right when they run up to the pines and they start burning them, since Gandalf uses pine cones as fire grenades. Yeah, I can't remember that. Alright, the Great Goblin. Played against someone with the Great Goblin. It was actually pretty good. Art version. Alternate art, Belladonna took. I think I needed this one. Whenever a token you control enters, you gain 1 life. If this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn, if it's the second time, draw a card. If it's the third time, put a counter on each creature you control. Yeah, it's pretty good. And my precious, we got the 1 ring. My precious. No token this time, got an art card. And in John's pack, he got an art card. It was actually like one of the stamped ones. Forget which one it was. Is the precious worth something? Anybody? Sorry, Tap. We'll get more friends there in Twitch eventually. I don't know if I really have a place for it. 3 mana, hexproof and can't be blocked. If it gave like +1/+1, that'd be a difference. You have to play it in a black deck. I mean, the Allure of Power card is pretty good in a lot of decks. It's already something done in a lot of decks. Less than $10. Alright. Well, I think we haven't hit. I mean, Bjorn is probably worth $5-10. Maybe Belladonna is. And probably not the non-foil one. But it's not why we're here, Carlos. We're here to open a $20,000 card, or for the fun of it, right? Well, I think that might have worked that way that you were talking about, Kings. Bjorn is $8. Nice. We got an axe. Yeah, the foil one. We got an axe and a bird soldier. Wood Elves. It's wild that that's in standard. Lake Town. This one might be played. It's a human. Sack this land, put 2 counters on a human. I mean, it's a tapped land, so, but. Bifur, Melodic Rider. The Mountain King's Return. This is probably a good arena card. Counterspell, Forest. The Notary Hobbits foil. When the Notary Hobbits enters, if they are not a token, create 2 tokens that are copies of them, except the tokens aren't legendary. Dude, this is going to be pretty great in my Gandalf deck, actually. I have a Gandalf Karuga Simic, deck, where you care about things that cost 5, because if I have Gandalf out and I cast the Notary Hobbits, and there's a creature on top of someone else's deck, then I get a copy of this. So with Gandalf and this, I'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hobbits. And each of them make 6 mana. Because, yeah. So pretty good in that deck. Definitely going in there. Bolg's Company. This creature has haste as long as you control another goblin. Tap, sack another goblin, add black-red. It's pretty cool. Another Tom, Bert, and William. This one's non-foil. We got I think this is the first, old, last set card that we got, which is Flowering of the White Tree. This is an art card, I think. Or a full art one. Rachel Weeks did an awesome deck with the Notary Hobbits. Are the Notary Hobbits legendary? Oh, yeah. That would be a little hard with mono green, but I have to check it out because that sounds pretty fun. And the last card is Along the Crooked Way. Full art foil. Whenever this enchantment enters, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever a creature your card leaves graveyard and mass, goblins 1. Oh, we got one of these earlier, didn't we? Goblins and orcs you control have menace. Alright. Now we need to get a bomb because it's been rough. I mean, John's pack was good, so we did have one good pack in this box so far. This is a human soldier and a goblin army. Quarrel. We got the colorless dog, which is pretty funky. We got a common Smaug. 5 damage to target creature. Okay. It's sort of cool, actually, that you can have a common one. It might be fun to do, and if any of you have ever played any, I've just built some Pendragon decks for the first time. This one will be a pretty fun one to have thematically. You can have this as your Arthur, and then you can have a legendary. You could have this with the Arkenstone or with the Precious. That'd be pretty cool. Crude Bent Blade, Goblin Plate Mail, Thranduil Sindarin Liege. Ooh, I love Lords. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Oh man, this would maybe be an awesome Pauper commander. It's a Lord. Oh my gosh. This is everything I want from a Pauper card. Or a Pauper commander. It's a 4 mana 2/3 in Simic colors, which I absolutely love. All other elves get +1/+1. And then landfall makes elves. And then it can even do. Holy crap. This is not good for me because I really need to make a Pauper commander with this. Jeez. That just convinced me in one card. It's like everything I want in a commander, but for Pauper it's even better. Tap says, Poverty Smog. Slander is not allowed here. Also, Smaug is an adventure card. It benefits from the slew of new cards that play from exile or reduce. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Alright. Those are the uncommons still for this pack. Dior's Map. Ooh, we got a cool... Oh, we even got the cooler version! Dang, this pack is really saying, hey, make your Pauper Commander with Thranduil, because we just got 2 foil versions in the uncommons only. It's not. I don't know if there's a search foil of this, but I honestly am not a huge search foil fan, anyways. So I like the regular foil, anyways. So, well, there we go. And a swamp. Roll, 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 roll. That's pretty wild, actually. There's definitely a place for this in some decks. Huh. Last Light of Durin's Day. Whenever a mountain you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. If it has 6 or more quest counters on it, sack it, search your library for a dragon card, put it in the battlefield. Okay, that's actually pretty awesome. I have a mono-red dragon deck. What's the one that, I can't even think of the card, where you can have multiple of them in your deck. They're a red sorcery, 3 mana, deal 3 damage to all your opponents. There's 5 of them in your graveyard. You can exile them and go get a dragon into play. I can't remember the card. Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage? Dragons are coming? Dragon's Rage sounds too cool. I don't think it's Dragon's Rage, because that sounds awesome. I mean, I don't think the card sounds stupid, but I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, the Descent of the Dragon or something? Descent? What is it called? Yeah, I wish it was just called Dragon's Rage. From now on, that's just what I'm going to call it. But Ori Plate Stacker. Art card, non-foil, Chief Warg's Company. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not Surge Foil, but still pretty cool. This is the black-red Smaug. The book art, but not the foil, but not Surge Foil book art. And this definitely has a place in a few of probably in my Vivictus Dragon deck. Enters, create X tap treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts your opponents control. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Yeah, because it's. I mean, this is going to make probably on average like 5-6 treasures when it comes in. So yeah, this will fit. It'll fit. I can put out some of the cool cards. The ones that I will probably be using. I don't have a bear deck right now. I'll have to see. There's a Poverty Smaug, a Good Smaug, and Indestructible Smaug. Yeah. And the $1 Million Smaug. Yeah, the book cards are super cool looking. They did a great job with those. Alright. That was the 4th pack total. My 3rd pack. But yeah. I haven't got a chance to draft or do sealed veggie. I only do probably like twice a year right now. I love playing Commander too much, and I still don't even get to play it as much as I want. So anytime I go, I'm usually just trying to play Commander. But I do have a group of friends that do like a 4 to 6 player sealed, and they've been inviting me pretty regularly to play. We did a Ninja Turtle one. We did a Lorwyn one, and we missed the superheroes. We got an art card. All right. Carlos, what do you think of Dominaria Remastered? Got a box coming tomorrow. I think Dominaria Remastered was amazing for Commander. I never opened any of it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't open any of it. But I seem to be buying singles from it all the time for my decks. So yeah, if you're looking to play it, I don't know. I don't know if it was fun to play like a draft with it, but I know it had some good singles. Take out the whole box, my friend. The whole box is right here. What do you mean? Matthias, I saw you get that Mox Amber. That's so gorgeous. Congrats on that. Dwarven alternate art foil Mox Amber is pretty amazing. Veggie Dog, I did sealed and it was surprisingly fun. Everyone was nervous, but about it being a small set, but it was a good time. Nice. Sealed is when you get 6 packs and make a deck out of it. Nah, just to rip packs. Bought it hoping for a Mystical Tutor, so in theory I overpaid for Mystical Tutor by $150. Yeah. Again, I think as long as you're opening for the enjoyment of it, it's worth it. So when you're trying to like flip for, trying to flip it or something, then I think it just gets feel bads. Because then it just really is, loot boxing, which is just another form of gambling. And gambling isn't necessarily evil, it just isn't good, I don't think. I don't think it really, I don't know. I think the only gambling I like is if you're like playing a game, like with friends even better. If you're like playing poker or you're like playing blackjack and you're like having fun playing the game and there's just like a little bit of, maybe you're gambling like $10, $20 or whatever, like that's fine. But when you're trying to like make money or do anything or like the money matters when you're gambling, then it's just like, you're probably not in a great spot there. It's something called Mini Masters. 6 random boosters. Well, yeah, 6 boosters is usually how you do sealed, which is one of my favorite ways of doing limited. As a recovering gambling addict, I love opening booster boxes. Yeah. I mean, I think as long as you're buying them at close to MSRP, you can't really go wrong. Man, so many flipping Tom, Burt, and Williams. I mean, they're not the worst card, but I don't want that many of them. Philly the Pathfinder, storied. As long as you have an enduring story, creatures you control get +1/+1. Pretty good. When Philly or another non-token dwarf you control enters, create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. A mono white dwarf legend. That's pretty cool. Supper for Spiders. Bolg. Erebor's Reckoning. Whoa! 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 Is this some? I mean, I know it's something, but is it something? Because did we just get? I mean, this is not like $20,000, but this feels like something. Anybody? I feel like this is $100 plus, right? $250? Yes! Oh, we got a hit! I mean, this is basically the best Smaug the Magnificent you can expect to pull, right? Is there a what do you call it, a book cover one? Smaug the Magnificent. Okay, regular showcase is $70. foil. That's not the right one. We need search foil. Smaug the Magnificent. Search. Whoa, you guys. Whoa, I was not expecting this. Low is 270, 280. This is close to 300. Wow. We did something here. I was just all talking hot about like not pulling anything fancy or like pulling the money, and then I just pull something. I was trying to get. Oh, I need to get rid of the. Pretty cool. Well, definitely going in one of my dragon decks. Actually, now I have to decide if this goes in Vivictus or Neheb. I probably should put it in Vivictus. So I have two dragon decks. I have Neheb dragons and Vivictus dragons. I have more treasures, and it's better for cheaper dragons in Vivictus. Matthias says, please note the Smaug border. He's missing a scale. I love that right there. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a black-white treasure deck. Unfortunately, all the red treasure making stuff don't fit. But I do have Corvold and a few other dragons that make treasures in the Vivictus deck. So I think... And then him just making a treasure every upkeep is great for Vivictus to have something to sacrifice. So that's double Smaug. I just didn't even realize. Double cool Smaugs. I don't think we've gotten an uncommon one yet. We got the common, two different rare... Or no, this is mythic. And we have him with the precious. Well, it's Chaos War Vivictus. Actually, just was updating it. I might update it at the end of this stream. Actually, I'll show you. It has a lot of cool dragons in it. I have almost everything that I can in the deck that plays with like the top of the deck. It's only bracket 2, so I don't have like Vampiric Tutor or Worldly Tutor in the deck. I did at one point. I had it as a bracket 3 deck, but it wasn't good enough to be bracket 3 just for Vampiric Tutor and Worldly Tutor. So I took those out, but that Bolg is from the Battle of Five Armies unreleased product, meaning it never will be released. What's up, Abdul? At the beginning of each combat, other goblins and orcs you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Creatures your opponents control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Gets released next year. Wow, that is pretty wild. Is that? Did we get one of those per pack? Because there's Ori. It looks like maybe Ori the Plate Stacker. Yeah, I hadn't seen Ori before. This one's been a reprint. So that's probably what the 3 that I've gotten. The reprint, the Flowering of the White Tree, and then these 2 from the unreleased. But yeah. Smaug, and my precious. But I mean, let's keep going with that good good vibes. Now we just have to open. Let's just have the ultimate Smaug box, okay, everybody? We're gonna open every single possible Smaug you can, okay, in the foil version. What does that mean? That means we gotta open a $20,000 Smaug. Just kidding. But am I? I mean, at this point, I'm already doing better than I thought I was. Here's the thing: those first few packs were pretty crappy. So like they were made up by this Smaug. Goblin Army and a wolf. Ori's from the scene box. Okay. Now you guys get the rest of the packs that are unopened to tap. So you want me to pull that chase card early on. Rumors say that the 30k Smaug is limited to 500 copies. That's crazy. Elf Soldier, a common. That's pretty good. 7 mana, put 3 counters on them. I love those kind of cards for Pauper. Bard the Bowman, the uncommon one. Whenever another elf you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Add X mana of any one color, where X is this creature's power. Spend this mana to only cast elf spells. That last part kills it. Dane, Lord of the Iron Hills. Got an island. Master of Lake Town. Sting, Bilbo's sword. Put a home counter on Sting for each creature target opponent controls. Attach Sting up to 1 target creature you control. Someone was mentioning the Hone. I hadn't even heard of Hone until they mentioned it. When Sting enters, put a home counter on Sting for each creature target opponent controls. Wait, do I not understand? Each home counter on an equipment gets +1/+0. Oh, okay. I was like, what does that even do? I have to read the text. Bilbo, fellow conspirator from the bundle thing, I guess. If you would create a food token, create a food token and a treasure token. That's pretty awesome, actually. Elven Passage and... Whoa! I was going to talk about the Elven Passage a little bit, but I sort of jumped ahead to this cool Glamdring. Man, the foil on that Glamdring is pretty awesome. This is a full art foiled Glamdring Foe Hammer. It's a blue for adventure. Mill 6 cards, then put an instant and sorcery card from among them into your hand. I actually like this ability. There's a couple other equipment that do this. Instant and sorcery spells. Oh no, this is different. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is the equipped creature's power. Dang. I definitely have a place for this, actually, in my mono blue deck. Hone increases the power of equipments permanently. Yeah. So, but it just depends, in this Hone one, just depends on which, or how many creatures they have when they come in. When Sting enters, put a Hone counter on Sting for each creature an opponent controls. And then, so, an opponent, target opponent controls. But could be pretty good. I mean, I guess this is pretty awesome because it equips for free the first time it comes in. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. art card. Galadriel's Dismissal. Be nice to pull one of those. We got Little Bear. Oh, they should have made it for 2 mana. Come on. Oh, that's a cool art. Really cool art. Crappy card, but very cool art. Golem Silent Stinker. Who's the artist that did Galadriel? That is Rebecca Guay. Who's amazing. She does some great stuff. Got a common Bilbo. Bilbo Baggins. Stoned by Sunlight. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Until end of turn, target creature becomes an artifact and indestructible. That's pretty cool. Old Fat Spider. Oh, that's a big one, actually. Wow, it's pretty good for an uncommon. Get to draw cards. Nasty Little Rabbit. I like the name of some of these cards. They're pretty funny. We got a full art foil uncommon Gandalf, the red Gandalf. Mountain. Ooh, I got one. I needed a foil Bilbo, Thief of the Night. This is one I needed. Rovanian Rampager. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a number of 1/1 counters on this creature equal to sacrifice the creature's power. Whenever this creature dies, amass Goblin's X. X is the creature's power. That's pretty cool, actually. We're doing a lot of black and green wolves. Another Along the Crooked Way. Another The Notary Hobbits. This one is the alternate art. And Bard's Company foil. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you control a human, which is pretty easy. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 whenever this creature enters or attacks recruit. Man, that's a pretty great card, actually. It's a pretty multi-purpose card. Definitely will find a place for that. I want to make a human typal deck with Kenrith as the king of the humans. Just partly because I've been wanting to make a Kenrith deck, period. And I don't want it to be just like a good stuff deck. Gotta keep these Smaugs. Show off these Smaugs. Alright, 4 packs left. Let's keep it going. The red card connects to Glamdring, you mean in the art there? Nice. That's cool. Call of the Silent Stinker is an insane name. That is true. Abdul says, Carlos, why did you go for a combo win with Bjorn? Thought you'd go with pure aggression. Well, couple reasons. One, in that game specifically, we'd already been playing for like 3 or 4 hours. So there was I probably could have won through aggression, but... And then the second reason is why I chose it was I like to have a combo backup in a deck most of the time, especially in 3 or higher bracket power. Because sometimes if you don't have some way of just ending the game, and it's just through combat, the games can go like super long. And so like in that game, one player had already been killed. There was just tons of stuff was happening. I did want to win through bears, but then I put all the land package in there so that I could just win if I needed to. So it's sort of for content. Like if I built the Bjorn deck by itself, like for me personally, I probably wouldn't have the combo in the deck, because when I build typal decks, I usually build them at just bracket 2 and like really lean into whatever that creature type is doing. But yeah, and it took a lot of pieces to get to that combo. But got a dwarf human soldier. Oh well, a lot of that's what people don't realize. That's honestly the biggest. Sorry, my back hurts a little bit. Oh, that's the biggest value I think I add to people watching our videos. Is our videos run like unedited for like 2 to 4 hours pretty regularly, but I cut out all of the like downtime, the shuffling, the people pondering, some of the back and forth, you know, politics, the extra amounts at least. Anytime we take breaks for taking getting a drink, using the bathroom, all this kind of stuff, and I just cut it down to. I don't cut any gameplay, so there's always every game action is always in our videos, and I leave in most of like the good banter too. So it's still, you're still at the end of the politic discussions and things like that, but I try and cut it down to just like the pure game like experience. But still sometimes like our players have to go because like a lot of them, all of them have jobs and most of them have families, and so sometimes we just gotta end, and so that's why I have some combos in the background there. But it's not my favorite way to win, but sometimes it just has to be done. All right, Owing the Brave. Old Thrush. We got a common bird, or the no color bird. I think it's interesting that they did that. The colorless creatures. The Mountain King's Return. Old Fat Spider Can't See Me. Target creature you control gains hexproof for as long as the saga remains on the battlefield. Prevent all damage that would be dealt up to one target creature for as long as the saga remains on the battlefield. That's actually pretty good. Wow. I like it. Plains. We got Riddles in the Dark. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. And separate them into face-down piles and a face-up pile. Opponent chooses one of the piles, put that pile into your hand, and the other into your graveyard. I like this. I like this card a lot. I love the Fact or Fiction kind of cards. Most Decrepit Old Bird. I needed this for my bird deck. This creature gets +1/+1 as long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Yeah, I don't like that. We got another Glamdring. This is a non-foil full art. We got a Thorin book card, the book cover, non-foil, Thorin Mountain King, and Bejeweled Warg. Whenever this creature deals common damage to a player, choose 1, put a counter on target wolf you control, or create a treasure. Dang, I think this will fit in my werewolf deck. It's cheap, a cheap 3/2 wolf. It has trample, so it makes sure to get through to. And then there's double benefit when it hits. These names are straight out of Gandalf's journal. Yeah. Thanks, Abdul. Yeah, I plan on keeping on making videos for as long as YouTube exists, I guess. And as long as people want to play with me, my friends and those local here. I do have hopes to get more content out in the future. I still have plans on doing that. Right now, I've just promised myself I will at least do one game or one video per month. Those usually end up with how many new sets that come out. That's usually just like the new set game, but yeah. And then I do hope to do my dream would be to get back to do a video per week, and that I have some plans. It might all be gameplay, but I want to do like 2 gameplay videos a month, and then 2 other type of videos. Maybe one is a deck tech, and one's like a theme, or like a talking head video. So, but for now, at least once a month. Bjorn, we got the common Bjorn. Got the puppy. We got the common Smaug again. Goblin Town. This one's pretty good. Pump up a goblin. Bomber. Thorin Oakenshield, uncommon. The Gnashing of Teeth. We got a alternate art Beaufort Reliable Guardian. Now, that's pretty good, actually. A 1/1 lifelink for 1. We can also have a creature artifact get indestructible and hexproof as an adventure. And that's great, actually. An island, Great Gilded Boat. Uncover the Moon Letters. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw X cards, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If you do, discard 2 cards. Okay, I actually love that spell, this card. There's a lot of decks that would do great in. Okay. Through the Forest Gate. Look at the top 20 cards of your library. Put any number of lands from among them into your battlefield tapped. Then shuffle, you gain 8 life. Wow. Probably have a place for that. Got another Riddles in the Dark. It's a non-foil full art. We got a Getaway Barrel. And we faked myself out because that's just the token. Getaway Barrel. When this artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, reveal the top 13 cards of your library. Put a random creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This feels like it's off-center, actually. Yeah, you can tell. You can look at the top left of the card and then the top right of the card. You see how much black it is. You can tell that it's like off-center. Huh. All right, 2 last packs and then our box topper. 1 a month, please don't be like Smooth Brain EDH. Had to stop. They had to stop? I didn't know that. That's sad. Those guys were doing good stuff. PSA 10 for sure. I need a cool teamer deck that isn't creatures or lands. Well, you should check out my Incredible Hulk deck. You can look at my Moxfield list if you want to, but it's all of the it's like a bunch of creatures that care about tapping. And then I made it sort of an enraged tribal deck of sorts. So like I have all the Tims, so like I can deal 1 damage to creatures. So I can Tim my own things for 1 damage, or just Hulk himself. But I actually finally played it this last week, and it killed. I did awesome. Abdul said that Smooth Brain EDH stopped on YouTube. I didn't know that. Beyond the Gate was pivotal to my pre-release experience with Win the Eagles. Did I open that? Beyond the Gate? Can't even recall. Through the Gate, you mean? Through the Forest Gate? Beyond the Gate. I don't see Beyond the Gate. Maybe we'll get one. Alright, last 2 packs. Through the Gate, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it could be a bomb in certain decks. Bomb diddly-om. We got a goblin army and a human soldier. Just got an ordinary bear. That's fun. Great fierce bee. Got a hobbit hole. Halfling cycling. It's pretty awesome, actually. Bofer. I really like that Bofer card. I think it's actually pretty great. Galleon, Elven King's Butler. Okay. I'm going to turn down the music just a tiny bit. It is what it is. Creators go, but we still here. Yeah, I plan on doing this until people won't play with me, really. I think that the millennials... I'm a millennial, but I think millennials... Our old folks' homes are going to be way different than your modern old folks' homes. We're just going to be... I'm going to be live streaming until I'm like... If I live to 60, 70, 80, I'm going to be live streaming the whole time. Another Glamdring. This is the regular Glamdring Faux Hammer. And I finally got my own Lord of the Eagles. It's not the book art one, but it is foil, so at least I got one for my bird deck. An unexpected party full art. As this enchantment enters, choose a creature to... Ooh, I definitely... I wish this was foil, but I definitely have some decks for this. And... Azog Moria's Ruin. Alternate art. Ooh, I'm down with this. I needed some a foil one. Got a regular one. We got a non-foil alternate art one, and then we got the Elven Passage. I have 2 elf decks. Wait, I only have 1 elf deck, right? Yeah, I only have 1 elf deck. I was gonna maybe make a second one, but this is great for my elf deck. Full foil. I doubt it's worth a ton, but definitely needed one. The Earthcraft is not needed for that deck. The only thing you really need, I think, combo-wise, is an Intruder Alarm, which is pretty cheap. You don't need a Lurin either. Abdul, and 3 Kings. The deck is mainly an Intruder Alarm for the combo. A Lurin is just a nice... I honestly probably shouldn't even have a Lurin in there. Do I even still have a Lurin in there? I probably should take out a Lurin. I have a lot of creatures I can cast with it, but I think I have Cloudstone Curio still in there. But yeah, it has all the pingers, so it has all the creatures. So one of my favorite things about the deck is that all the creatures that untap a permanent, they do a bunch of things. That means that they can deal 1 damage. That means that they can tap for mana. That means that they can draw cards. It was pretty fun. But alright, last pack. I forget what I was going there. But okay, we got the 1 Smaug, so that 1 Smaug, paid for half the box. But it would be sort of cool to get one last fancy card here. Got a treasure and a goblin army pack or token. Run through the commons a little bit quicker here at the end. Oh, we've seen most of them. The Black Arrow, uncommon. People were saying that this was funny because it can't kill all the Smaugs. They could have gotten around that pretty easy by just saying exile the dragon, right? Just exile all the dragons. An island, Sackville Baggins. When it enters, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and create a treasure token. Whenever you sacrifice a token, target opponent loses 1 life. This might... There's a chance this could fit in my black-white treasure deck. Bilbo's Gambit. Return target spell to its owner's hand. If the gift was promised, players can't cast spells this turn. It's pretty good too, actually. Desolation of Smaug. Non-foil. Alternate art. Relic of Sauron, non-foil. It looks pretty cool. This is the one of the reprints. And oh, such a sad last pack. Renovian Rampager. Yeah, man, if we didn't get the Smaug, this would have been a pretty sad box, I'll be honest. I don't think I can complain because we got this Smaug. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think we got anything else above like 20, 30 bucks. But it's all good. We got the Smaug, got some cash money there, and then we still have our last box topper. See what we can do with that. Yeah, don't gamble, kids. Definitely don't gamble. All right, the box topper. What are we gonna get? Anybody want to call it? Professor says remove the top 3 priced cards, and that is the true value of your box. Yeah, like 50 bucks. After I spent 600 bucks. Matthias just bought his Mox Amber. He got a crazy deal on it too. What do you think? Here we go. Oh, okay. Could have been worse. It's actually probably the most usable card I could have pulled for me. I mean, I have the most decks that would want a foil Delighted Halfling. I mean, I bet you it's worth like 40 bucks, 50 bucks, right? A foil one? This, I mean, it's a pretty ugly art. If I'm going to be honest. They're not ugly, but I mean, it is a little bit ugly. She looks a little bit scary. Look at her eyes. Yeah. All right. All right. So we got 2 cards worth some money. Anybody want to tell me what the halfling's worth? Or should I look it up? Let's look it up. Delighted Halfling. $40. Nope, $30. About 30 bucks. USD. I'll definitely trade it to you, Matthias. Anything non-foil, it's always up for trade or for sale. Can find it. Where was that Thorin? It was later on. Thorin. There he is. Is it worth much, the Thorin? Whatever Matthias offers, I'll double. Oh, Thorin Mountain King. Oh, it's not worth nothing. A foil one, that's foil. Let's see, non-foil, 20 bucks ish. Yeah, it's for trade for sure. For sure, for sure. Put it in a sleeve for you. Alrighty. Well, yeah, I guess I can show you guys my dragon deck that a bunch of these two Smaugs will go in here. You can maybe help me take something off. The rest of this I need to go through later and see if there's anything I want to put in some of the other decks. Let's see here. I think I put this Delighted Halfling. Oh, that's the thing. I was going to open this. Let's open this first. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Got the bundle. I don't think I'm going to open the packs, but let's see what comes in a bundle. Alive without breath, as cold as death, never thirsty, ever drinking, all in mail, never clinking. Got a cool Hobbit box. Got my cool dice. 20-sided dice. I really like that they started making these like really big ones. Because they are just a lot. I mean, this box came hammered. And I got these packs. I liked it when they had a collector booster in each of them. Probably use these to give away or do some kind of... What I've been saving a lot of packs for is for when we do Chaos Commander, where we'll play like make decks from like 15 or 20 random packs. We've done that a few times. It's pretty fun. Alright. But I will maybe open these. Let's see. These just look like basic lands. They don't look foil, but this one looks like it comes with something. The Misty Mountains Cold. A bunch of lands. And that's all. Create a treasure token when you control 4 or more treasures. Sacrifice the Saga. If you do, create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying. Man, this would almost fit in one of my dragon decks as well. I like the lands though. Got this cool plains. The snow plains. Snow full art plains. Tap says, "Alright, Carlos, you ready to put on our tinfoil hats and speculate on Universes Beyond sets next year? I've done extensive research since our last stream." Well, you should start first. I have no idea other than... Have they given us clues? Regular and basic rainbow foil book cover variants can be opened in the play booster packs. Only search foils are limited to collector booster packs. I'll check it out later. Their DM there, Matthias. If you open a pre-release kit, the box looks like a little Hobbit home, and the door is a punch out. That's awesome. The plate of food on the back for your food token. That's really cool. You have those seasonal planes at the back of the stack. Yep, it's Zelda, guys. You think it's Zelda? That'd be wild if they started doing Nintendo stuff. The secret lair food tokens are hilarious. I also want those Desolation ones. So the biggest one everyone is speculating next year is Legend of Zelda, Nintendo and Hasbro. Nintendo and Hasbro signed? Wow. I mean, other than like Bleach in anime, Legend of Zelda could really bankrupt me. I mean, I've played every Zelda except for like Minish Cap and a couple other handheld ones. I literally only buy Nintendo consoles for the Zelda when the Zelda comes out. Like the Switch, I bought it for when the new Zelda came out, and then I got the second one on it as well. And I played like a little bit of. I bought Smash Brothers, but I never played it anymore. And I bought Mario Kart, and I played that a little bit. But I love, but I say that not because I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but I just loved Legend of Zelda since Ocarina of Time came out when I was a young boy. I've just been obsessed. Just been obsessed. Ocarina of Time remaster is something I want to do too, for sure, for sure. Are they gonna do a remaster, Tap? No, I don't want to. I don't care about a remake. Oh wait, they are doing a remake. Wait, a remake is huge. Wow, that is pretty wild. Did I hear about that? I feel like I did hear about something about it, but anyways, yeah. So Legend of Zelda, that's wild. I didn't realize. Honestly, the more that I think about the sets that could come out that I would love, the more I just want to boycott buying any new product except for sets that I really love. If that makes sense. Like buying this. Well, I like the Hobbit, so I would buy a Hobbit box again if I could. But like, I'm like Star Trek. I wish I didn't. Like I've committed to myself and to like the Patreon kind of thing that I'm gonna buy a collector booster box of every new set and open it, and it is fun. But I wish I could just save all that money and just put it towards like 2 or 3 boxes of the set I really like, which I probably still will anyways. But I don't know, Star Trek, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with when Star Trek comes out. I mean, I'll open a box, but I just don't. I just think that if you're gonna do something like Star Trek, you can't do it like they did it and make it like the physical actors, like the in real life actors. You got to do like new art. So this is my Kindred cube that I've created. Get in the way here. I have 12 Kindred decks and a Corona of the False God. And for those that don't know Corona, she's a 5/5 with haste. At the beginning of each player's turn, you gain control of it. And then whenever she attacks, creatures of the creature type of your choice get +3/+3 till end of turn. And so I have 12 different typal decks, and you get to choose one of them, or you can do it at random. And you get to play in a pod with those. And so they're all bracket 2 decks. I'm trying to really make sure that they're all like similar in power. But this is my Vivictus Dragon deck. This one's so they're not all blinged out. This blinged out. This one is my dragon deck that I've been trying to bling out. It's not fully blinged out, but it is. There's a lot of cool blinged out cards in it, and I chose the basics because they felt very Vivictus. There's no poison in the deck, but these are the basics that I eventually do want to get the basics that are the Dragon Eye ones from Tarkir. But for now, these are the basics for it. But need to find a space for. I think I already have a Delighted Halfling in here. Yeah, I can definitely show you the rest of the deck sometime. I have some plans for some pretty cool content of showing. I have my combat commander cube, and now I have my kindred cube. My kindred cube isn't really a cube though. It's just like a box. I don't know, a way of playing. The combat commander cube is an actual cube. Um, and then I also finished my ultimate deck challenge of the prismatic deck challenge. So I have a deck of every color combination. And I've been taking apart any decks that aren't a part of either the Kindred Cube or my Prismatic collection, and I just have those decks. But yeah, I plan on showing those eventually and with some videos. But yeah, the Dragon Eye foil basics are so expensive. That's why I haven't gotten them yet. Plus, I already had. Here's my Delighted Halfling. All right, which Delighted Halfling is cooler, do you guys think? Both foil. Tell me if I should switch or I should leave it. Your Carrot deck is worth about 30,000 Sage. That's wild. I don't even think my CDH um, Urza deck is 30,000, and that has my foil Grim Monolith in it and my Time Twister. The Tavern one. I think you're right. This is a little bit too much blue. Yeah, we'll find a little more happy-go-lucky deck for this Delighted Halfling later. One of the cards is Bizarre Baghdad. Yeah, that's going to do it. The most expensive card that I still want to get someday is a Candle of uh, Candelabra of Tanos. What is it called? Candelabra of Tanos. Is that why am I forgetting all of a sudden? Candelabra, whatever the Candelabra card is, and it would go in the most crappy commander deck that I have. It's a group hug deck. But someday I want to get that. I don't even really want a Black Lotus. I mean, I would take one if someone gave one to me, but I like have no place for it. Like I could never play it, so I mean, I don't know. Has all the dual lands in it too. Yeah, depending on if they're like black border or not, it can easily start getting up that high. All right, so we have Smaug. Both of these make treasures, and they're both. We have a 4 and a 5 mana dragons. So this deck does have some cheaper dragons in it. Because the goal of the deck is to get out Vivictus and swing with it with haste. So you need to have things to sack to it. And so this deck doesn't really have a ton of tokens. So I actually end up sacking real permanents fairly often. I do have mana dorks for that. Old Gnawbone with these guys is going to be crazy. But I have a bunch of dragons that like don't mind dying, like a Tushi. We had this one earlier. I have Bladewing that gets them back. Ebon Death Dracolich comes back from the graveyard. I've been thinking of taking out Karthus, but he's just such a cool Jund dragon that I don't have any place for anywhere else. This is the original one too. But it's actually sort of cool in this Kindred cube because a number of decks have changelings. And so Karthus comes in and would steal a few of the changelings from other decks. I have a Doors of Durin. I just got this from Matthias, actually. I had a regular one, but I just got the Surge Foil. It's actually great in this deck because it lets you play at the top of the deck. Hey, see you later, Three Kings. Thanks for stopping by. Hobbit Secret Lair tomorrow? Yeah. I think there was one of them I was sort of interested in. But, yeah, good luck, everybody, with the Secret Lair. Bizarre. Maybe I take out Melfager. I ended up taking out the best dragon. Crap, what's its name? One where it comes in, deal damage equal to the creature's power to any target. Thundermaw, not Thundermaw, Hellkite. Gosh. I guess it's late. I just put this in the deck. Bower Passage, 2-mana enchantment. Creatures with flying can't block creatures you control. So most of my creatures have flying, and now if you have flying, you can't block my flyers. So I'm pretty pumped to see how it works. We also have the Ancient Copper Dragon that makes treasures. So that's pretty good. I just put this one in there too. This is Greater Good, but has the dragon on the art. Pretty cool. This version. I've always wanted to try him, the Haragast, but maybe I just gotta get rid of some of these more expensive ones. Zayatora also makes treasures. Corvold makes treasures. So yeah, these guys are going to be fitting pretty well in here. Alright. I think those are the choices we have. We have... Well, not Gnawbone and Ancient Copper Dragon. Those are amazing. I feel like these are the three we can take out. So we have Haragast. This is a 9-mana dragon, but it's an Eldrazi dragon that has a Merge 8. And actually it's pretty great because all your other dragons also have a Merge. Karthus gives my commander haste and gains control of other dragons. And Malfagor makes you discard your hand, but I can get my dragons back pretty easy, or I have some reanimation, and I can play off the top of my deck. So discarding the hand isn't as bad, but I mean, it's sort of the only Wrath, too, in a way. You think pitching Malfagor tap? There's not a lot of like Wraths in the deck, but this is almost a Wrath. Each opponent sacks a creature for each card discarded this way. But I probably should do these two. Because they're just a little bit more win more cards. Abdul, you say remove the Jund guy? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you. And tap. I hate the Cowboy Corvold Matthias. I hate the Cowboy cards. I'll never put the Cowboy one in here. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to do Melfagor and Haragast. I like them, but they just... I just have better other things that I should take out. Well, all of a sudden this deck is sort of expensive. The Smaug being in here. Double Smaug! You're the Dragon Corvold. That sounds pretty cool. I don't recall the art on it. But yeah, just not the cowboy hats. All right. Well, that's sort of what I had planned tonight, everybody. Hope life's going well for you. Any last thoughts or things you'd want to chat about? Hey, Cardfight King, thanks for saying hello. Thanks for commenting as well. Oh, man. What decks have you been playing at Game Grid? Well, good question. I still have my box right here that I took on Wednesday. I can show you. Someone was looking at, or was, I think it was Abdul, you were talking about my Teamer deck. I can show you my actual deck. So this is my quiver that they sent me, which is pretty cool. I've been putting all my stickers on this here. Pretty fun. But I took Liberty Prime, and Matthias, who might still be in chat, made me scoop because he played why can't I think of any cards tonight? Vandal Blast. He overloaded Vandal Blast against my all artifact deck, and I went from like 12 permanents to 3 lands in one swoop, and I was like, I scoop. I've scooped like 3 times in like the last 10 years, and one of them was this last Wednesday. So I played that deck. I didn't play Edric, but I did bring, this is my bracket 4 deck. It's an Edric extra turns deck. This is my Bruce Banner deck that kicked butt, and I love it, and I can show you that one. And then I also brought my Megara deck, the Strategist, which is a little bit of a Planeswalker deck, Group Friends deck. Just sort of a good stuff white deck, honestly. But let me show you Bruce Banner, because this deck is the best. Vandal Blast doesn't matter if it's in Precon or not. I'm trying to downplay it. I think Wizards shouldn't put Vandal Blast in their decks. That's partly their fault for even putting it in. But all right, so the deck is all about tapping creatures with tap abilities, and I have a bunch of like haste enablers, and then it's all these enraged things because. So I want to be able to untap my things. I have a couple of these. All these untappers I like. A bunch of enraged creatures. Untappers. I do want to try and win with the Hulk. But I do have a ton of tappers and then some cool combos. This is the Caltrops combo. This guy was an all-star. The Saint in the News Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. He was killer. And here's the original one, Mr. Tim. Crap, where's my Garshin Starn or whatever? Oh no, I think I put that in. Yeah, I put that in a different deck, so he's not in here. But there's these big mana creatures that are pretty nice. There's all these enraged creatures, and then there's a bunch of bunch of combo pieces, the classic combo pieces that I love, like Cloudstone Curio, Earthcraft, and Intruder Alarm, and Alurin. So these are like sort of the backup, but the goal is to do stupid combos with these. Because this deck took over from I used to have a CDH CIA, Tulane CIA deck. I took it apart and put the cards in here. But the goal is to get out enraged creatures, like all these dinosaurs and this one red Hulk, as well as the Hulk. So every time they take a damage, I get something, and I can poke my own creatures. But then these untapped creatures can all do a million things. One of the best ones is the Seraph, because by the time the tapped creature the ability resolves, and doing 1 damage, then it has Death Touch. And I have the Goblin Sharpshooter too with Death Touch. So, anyways, I think it's pretty novel deck at least. There's the backup, the Caltrops combo, but it's fun because I can first turn Bruce Banner or a Mana Dork, and like I can use my commander the whole game, whether it's the front end or the back end. I missed some comments there. Fiend Lash? Which one's Fiend Lash? Oh, I have seen this one. Whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker. I mean, that's basically the Red Hulk, so I definitely need that in here. Whenever the Red Hulk is dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on him. When you do, he deals damage equal to the number of 1/1 counters on him to any other target. This one's so fun because with a pinger, every time you ping it, the damage gets more and more. And so instead of doing 1 damage, you're doing 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 and then 6. So whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker. I didn't, Juicy. Where is that? Is that in the oh my gosh, that's amazing. How did I not see that? Tolkien creatures. Wow, that makes these so much more cool. It's not a Tolkien artifact, unfortunately, but it is a... Wait. No, they're not. Did you trick me? I literally... I swear... Oh, there's one. I was like, I swear I saw it. That says Tolkien Creature Dwarf. And this one, why is it only one of them is only toking? That's what the heck? Oh, is it because the ones that only are from the set? I bet you that's what it is. I bet you. Yeah. No. I bet you if, like, it's a traditional one. What the heck? Okay. Maybe it's just the dwarves? Yeah, mine's just dwarves. It does say token creature on them, but just the dwarves. The rest are just regular token. I think, yeah, from my perspective, I think it's any of them that are tokens that are just from the set. So, like, obviously there's been has there been goblin armies before? Goblin army. I don't think there's been goblin army. Oh, maybe there's been goblin armies before, but the dwarves at least have token creature. I'm gonna keep those separate. That's amazing, actually. I missed some thoughts or comments on the deck earlier. Never play Intruder Alarm unless you know you're going to win. I'm sure you know that. Yeah, yeah. Although it is only a 2-power deck, technically. So, but I played it in a 3-pod. So, like, because technically it's a 2-power or a 2-bracket deck, but unless people are playing like really good two bracket decks, I played it in a 3-pod, even though I don't have technically any game changers. But I think it's wild that like Intruder Alarm and Cloudstone Curio and Allurin and Earthcraft, none of those are game changers. Yeah, I thought the Orc Army was the one that was in Lord of the Rings set. I thought Goblin Army was new to the Hobbit. But yeah, just on the dwarfs. Yeah. But man, I love teamer decks. I love anything Simic plus. So I love Bant, teamer, and Sultai. But there's something about red, blue, green where it's just like you're gonna be doing stuff. You're gonna be drawing cards or casting creatures or dealing damage. Like, and I absolutely love the art on this specific art. So this is my Bruce Banner, and this art is my Hulk. I don't really like the other sides of each of these. This Bruce Banner's okay, but it's not that great. But this Hulk is like pissed and super good. I don't really care for this Hulk on this side, but I love this Bruce Banner. I love the Chris Bachotto comic book art. So good. Bant is a snooze fest. I like a lot of Bant decks. I love Teamer or Simic Plus. But yeah, those are what I took to the game store last week and had a bunch of fun. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some. I hope we can get to 20,000 subs before the end of the year, and I want to do a big show all my decks that I've finished before my birthday at the end of October. So we'll hopefully get some of that content out next little bit. Our next video we have planned is we're doing a hidden commander, hidden mystery booster commander game in a week or two. We're just printing the cards. We obviously don't have the cards, but we're just printing the commanders, and so it should be pretty fun. I was gonna do the mill crab, but instead I'm doing the oozes because someone's doing the Battle of the Wits, like 300, 400 card deck. So it should be pretty fun. Any other decks you want to show? Abdul says, I need Tressorhorn and Tuscan. Can't wait for Mystery Booster. Yeah, they're going to be pretty awesome. I can look them up. Tressorhorn. I thought that was a reprint. I can't. It didn't, the way you spelled it didn't come up. Let's see if I can go. Let me pull it up here. Okay. Tressorhorn's Lord returned. When Tressorhorn Lord enters, sacrifice him. Unless you sacrifice 3 creatures, pay 3 life, and have target opponent draw 3 cards. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. You should play it with like Torp Orb. Sagan. Oh, someone's gonna play Sagan as well. In ours. So our pod is Sagan, Ugu, Wiz or whatever, and the last one is, I think this one's a Gorka. At the beginning of your end step, each player may create a tapped land token named Sanctum. Each opponent who does can attack you during their next turn. So, those should be some of the cards I think will be pretty fun. I want to get like Oracle of the Alpha finally, maybe, if they're cheaper, hopefully, as well as Ruby Collector. Those will be fun to have in like the cube, the Commander Cube. In my Commander Cube, I allow for Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt and a bunch of other. I don't have the Moxes or like Black Lotus in there, but this version of having a Mox I think is still fair. Ooh, Sapphire Collector. I'd never even seen this card before. You can get this Mox Sapphire into your hand. Oh, they have one of every one? Wow, Pearl Collector, Jet Collector, Emerald Collector. I didn't see all those. Awesome. I'd only ever seen Ruby Collector. I forget how I'd seen it before. Unfortunately, I think they overdone this a little bit. I mean, it's fine, this border style, but I used to think it was. It's still fine, but it doesn't have the same pull. I was going to play the Lobsters, Abdul, but one of the other people is playing the Battle of the Wits, so their deck is going to be like 400 cards, and they probably have things that shuffle their graveyard into their deck. They were going to play Wiz, so a deck can now have no maximum deck size. Yeah, the Tressorhorn's pretty big, pretty hard to kill. Def. But yeah, I really hope they solve this by making it more available. This will be a big bummer if not many people, because it's a really cool set. I think it's a great commander set. So hopefully it turns out better. Madcap Jester, Ashaya, and Utsara. I didn't see Madcap Jester. Well, yeah, only one person's going to have that big of a deck. But um, and like most people, most of the time when our games end, we're not even close to the end of our decks. So, but yeah, being able to mill one person on one person 300 cards would be pretty rough. I do like Nivea. I think it's cool they have the original Chroma coming. That's what I like a lot of these decks is that they have a lot of cards that maybe wouldn't fit other places, but they can fit them in here so that we have a version of them. I wish the Unluckiest Planeswalker had more colors, but I guess it can have more color cards in still. But the fact that it can't be an Enchantress deck, because it can't have green or white Enchantress cards in it, is pretty hard. Awesome. Well, it was fun chatting with all of you. Glad we got something cool in the box with the Smaug. And yeah, we'll have a I was trying to think of when the next set comes out, but is that Star Wars, Star Trek? Star Trek. Or wait, let's see. What's the next set coming out? Magic. I'm trying to get to Game Grid once a week. I was gonna do Wednesdays, but I think, well, I'm gonna try and get to Wednesday for Commander Night each Wednesday. But then I'm gonna start doing hopefully a Saturday night stream, and um, three out of 4 weeks that'll be at my house, and we might do deck building or card pack opening or things like that. But then sometimes we might do some gameplay, some live gameplay. But then one of the one of the weeks, one Saturday each month, I'm gonna try and have a live streamed at Game Grid in Lehigh. So that's the goal. Oh yeah, Reality Fracture. That's the one. Reality Fracture, then Mystery Booster, then Star Trek. So yeah, but that's not for like 2 months, right? Or I guess probably September we'll be able to open Reality Fracture. Yeah, the goal tap is to do the second Saturday, which would have been yesterday, of each month at Game Grid in Lehigh. So we're going to try and do that for next month. And then yeah, so we'll see. Big emphasis on try, Abdul is right. Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm actually doing a big like spring cleaning or summer cleaning of my apartment to get a bunch of stuff out of the way. I'm gonna redo my office. And then I'm gonna have my carpets cleaned in like a week or two. That's partly why I'm doing the big spring cleaning. Haven't had the carpets cleaned in a long time. And then once that's done, I'm gonna have everything sort of out of my place and have my spot be better for hosting people and just for doing stuff. So I'm hopeful that that'll free up some energy and space to get more streams in and get more things happening. But but at least one video a month, and I'm my next system that I'm building is getting to the game store once a week. And then after that, I'm going to do the Saturday streams. Although maybe I should work on the Saturday streams first. Yeah. All right, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to commit to everybody right here, right now. Let me look at my commander, actually. Not my commander, my calendar. That I might do another stream sooner than this. There's a chance, but next Saturday. Wait, why does... Yeah. Okay, maybe not next Saturday. We're recording our Mystery Commander game Saturday evening on the 22nd. So, I can't commit to that. Good thing I looked, because otherwise I'd be a liar. But in the future, I'll not schedule things for that time, and it'll just be a stream. But we're going to start getting... I think I can... And then my carpets are actually getting cleaned on Saturday the 29th. So I don't know if... That's at 10 a.m. But I don't know if, like, everything will be back in and dried by then. But I guess... Alright. We're going to say September 5th. Putting it on the calendar. For sure. We're going to do Saturday live stream. And then September 12th, we're going to do it at Game Grid. Saturday live stream, Game Grid live stream. I'm going to plan it in. I'm going to get my people there. So if you want to come be in the live stream at Game Grid, come Saturday, September 12th. 5th, we'll have a live stream here. It'll be a brand new, cool looking studio. Not studio, but just stream room. And then hopefully we'll get some more in, but because then it's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks away. So, but I am going to be focusing on like really cleaning up my place, getting everything figured out. But okay, hold me to it, Abdul. It's on the calendar. I'm making it happen. I appreciate that, Tap. But yeah, we're going to be there at in-game grid on, I'm committing to it, on the 12th. So, come hang out. I have cool soul rings. If you ever meet me in person, I have like 200 of these still. But I got these soul rings that I'll give to you. I can sign them if you want. But it's the soul ring proxy. It's like a real hard, real card. And it has our logo as the soul ring. So I have a bunch of them. So if you ever see me in person in a Magic event, I'm going to have those. And you can have one from me for free. And yeah, it's a pleasure. Anybody watching in the future, thanks for watching. All of you here tonight, you're studs. And keep it nerdy. We'll see you hopefully soon. I'll post on the Discord if I jump it on sooner. Then obviously it'll notify. But tomorrow I'm getting a bunch of help cleaning, so there's a chance that my computer situation might be packed up a little bit as we clean. So that's why I for sure wanted to get this done today. But yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good night. Yeah, see ya.